Now, on last week's show, I was talking a lot about the Rothschilds, I was talking about Obama, the world leaders, and a lot of things I said may have come across as I'm in hatred of these people. I've seen some of the comments that I've seen on YouTube, and people have taken it as me being in a state of anger and hatred towards these people. Well, I was in a state of anger, absolutely, because what they are doing does make me angry. But I don't hate these people. I think Obama's a liar, I think he's a puppet and he should do the right thing, but I don't hate him for what he's doing. He's polarised. They're all polarised. Even, I mean, if you could get the most so-called evil man on earth, which would be someone like Evelyn Rothschild, you know, this criminal scumbag who owns 60% of the world's wealth and has the blood of quite literally millions of people on his hands, I guarantee if you could surround him by a group of 1,000 people, or even less, and we all loved him and projected our love towards him, I guarantee even he would fall to his knees and he'd burst into tears. I don't want to kill any of these people. I don't hate any of these people. I love these people. I pity these people for being the criminals that they are and for having to dwell in the negative side of the energy field and create situations where they're polarising energy and feeding off people's fear. I feel sorry for these people, but I don't believe the way to fix them is to kill them. I love them. The Rothschild family themselves, this family has the blood of millions and millions of people on their hands. But I don't hate them for that, and I don't wish to punish them for that. I would prefer to give them love and to show them what love is, and have them burst into tears and beg for forgiveness. And if they did that, I'd forgive them in a second. I don't want their blood. I don't want to produce the energy that they have been producing. I want to shift this consciousness. And the way to shift this consciousness is to be in a state of love. Put away the fear. Be in a state of love. But at the same time, don't be prepared to back down to fear. Speak out. If you see someone doing the wrong thing to somebody else, understand that that victim is you. Just by allowing something to be done to someone else, you are allowing it to be done to yourself. You are allowing for that type of attitude and for that type of action to be perpetuated within this society. That's the important thing. That's the understanding. Understand that there is no other. There is no other on earth. There is only one. We are quite literally each other. So if evil is being done towards one person, it's being done towards all. If there is one person on this planet suffering, then I am suffering. If there is one person on this planet in jail, then I'm not free. If there is one person on this planet being abused by somebody else, then I'm suffering. That's the attitude that people need to have, because that is the reality of what this actually is. That is the reality of what this collective consciousness that we are all part of is actually experiencing. And as I said last week, even Jesus, a man of unconditional love, a light bringer to this planet, whether you are a religious person or not, and I'm not a religious person at all. I think Christianity is one of the biggest blights society has ever suffered, because I don't believe Christianity has anything to do with the teachings of Christ. And I can say what I just did about Christianity because of my love for the teachings of Christ. That's the difference. Listen to the words of the man, and listen to the words of other great people, the words of Gandhi, the words of so many people in history who have all told us to look within ourselves, that have all tried to tell us of the power that we have, and have all tried to tell us that the answer to everything lies within your heart. Just stop and think for a moment what the world would be like if everybody just looked at the person next to them and realized that that is themselves and loved that person. Everybody. Don't hate your neighbour. Don't hate the police officers who are standing there in black Kevlar bearing batons. Don't hate these people. Don't riot against these people. Stand there and project love towards them. And this might sound esoteric, but just stop and think about it for a minute. Just put it into your mind. Imagine what you feel like when someone is giving you unconditional love. Someone in your life, everybody surely at some stage in your life, you have felt that feeling of being loved. Your partner, your son, your dog, your mother. And you have also loved your mother, loved your sister, loved whoever. Before that moment, you may have to go way back to when you're a child, to the moment before you first felt pain or heartbreak. I have moments like that myself that I can think of in my childhood, before I knew what pain or hatred or deceit was. And all I could feel, all I could actually feel for anybody or anything in those periods in my life, in that period when I was a very small child, all I could feel for anything was love. Everything to me was love. I'm sure that everybody in the world has had a moment like that in their life, and you may have to go back, like I do, back to when I was a very small child, before you were ever deceived, before you were ever hurt. Having that understanding and projecting that to the people around you, having that feeling and projecting that feeling out to others and centering yourself in that type of feeling will quite literally change the world around you. It will change your relationship with others. It will change the way you experience life. If everybody did this, everybody, realize your connection to the person next to you. Stop profiting from them. Stop hurting them. Stop seeing that if you have more trinkets than they do, you're a better person. All of this stuff that people think is reality. I've got more stuff than you. I'm better than you. My yard is different to your yard. I like the way I mowed my lawn and cut my trees better than you. You're a lesser person. I'm better. I feel better about myself now because I can't tap into the source, so I'll argue with my neighbour and steal his energy. And we'll see who wins. If I can steal his energy, I'll feel better about myself for the day because I've stolen the energy of somebody else and I've made his day feel worse. When really, he is just myself. Be in a state of empathy for everybody. Understand the person that you're talking to when you're interacting with anybody at any moment of any day. The person you are interacting with is yourself. Treat that person as yourself. Bang, the whole system breaks down. We can still have all of our toys and trinkets and technology and cars and whatever we want to have. But we stop killing each other. We stop profiting from each other. We stop allowing ourselves to be enslaved by a corrupt and totally unnecessary money system. And we start doing the right thing. Everything that we have to suffer through in our societies, these can all be traced to this monetary system. We are all kept in this never-ending cycle of self-generating debt that is created for us completely by design, and it is completely unnecessary. There is not one reason for any person on this planet to be homeless. There is not one reason for any person on this planet not to have all the latest gadgets and trinkets and technology, anything we want. There's no reason for anybody on this planet to have anything less than anybody else. We've got the means to look after everybody. But there are certain forces that refuse to do it. And if you need to get a bit of anger rising in your body in order to speak out against these people in a determined way, does not mean that you're stepping away from the path of love. Stepping away from the path of love is when you move into fear. I don't fear these people, and I don't fear speaking out against the people that I speak out against. But I don't want to hurt these people. That's the thing. I don't hate them. It's just that I don't experience fear when I speak out against them. And I show them anger where anger is deserved. These people have done the wrong thing. And anger might be what it takes to get them to listen and to get others to listen. Which brings me back to how I got onto this, when before I said that even Christ, a man of unconditional love, what did he do when confronted with the money changers in the temple? He overturned the tables of the money changers, and he took after them with a bullwhip. And this is a man who really was only unconditional love. But he showed anger when it was necessary. But he didn't show hatred. And he would have forgiven every one of those people in a second. So I can speak out against the Rothschilds if the anger is deserved, and I believe that it is. But anger does not mean hatred. I do what I do because I care about all of you folks. I love you. I honestly love you. And I care about what's happening to the world, and I care about the future that's being created for my son. And I can see so clearly that the way to fix this is for everybody to simply put down their weapons and start loving each other. It's so simple that no one can see it. Everyone's been trained to believe the television version of love, or the hippie image of love. People haven't understood what love truly is. Love is an understanding of your connection to all things and all people. Love is the other side of fear. That's the key.